There is freedom in the name of Jesus. Freedom in the name. Freedom by the blood. Freedom by that power. Freedom by that spirit. And John 8:32 says, you will know the truth concerning concerning the gospel of Jesus Christ and the blood that was shed on the cross at Calvary, and the fact that he rose 3 days later from the grave and was lifted up, seated at the right hand of the Father. You will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. The problem with our generation right now is that we live in a world full of lies. Lies that are easy to spoon feed ourselves and easy to stomach. Lies that sound sweet to the ears and sit like candy on the tongue. This is our generation. But I want to tell you, I'm going to roll a clip.
These old, beautiful bells, similar to the Liberty Bell. And the Liberty Bell, these big bells started to ring across the land. And as they began to ring, they were sending sound waves into the towns. And everything started to glow with the glory of God. And all of a sudden, I saw fire in the church pews. I saw fire behind the church pulpit. And what was seemed to be a lukewarm gospel became fire in the pulpits.
You have Donné Clement, who is Kim Clement's daughter, who got on a live stream, Code Breakers, go subscribe, with Brandon Biggs, the person running the Last Days YouTube channel. I spoke about this, and he talked about a revival that he was shown, and in this there were church bells. This is what really got my attention, because last July, I think this was shortly after the 4th of July, I was up in the mountains in Pennsylvania, hiking, trying to deliberately seek the Lord out, how Jesus retreated into the mountains to have communion with the Father. And sometime later, I had that vivid vision.
I closed my eyes as I began interceding and had a vivid vision of the Liberty Bell with its iconic cracked facade, which I did not realize until later was also in Pennsylvania. I kept saying the bells, the sound of freedom. The captives are being set free over and over again. I perceived angels all around the country ringing in the Spirit of God, ushering in the liberation of many souls from their bondage to sin and death. Scales fell from the eyes of the wicked. They witnessed the glory of the Lord and were born again. The Spirit of God was rife in the atmosphere. It was like a wildfire breaking out that no man could control.
And Brandon Biggs mentions the Liberty Bell in this video. The Liberty Bell, the sound of freedom, the captives being set free, this present generation, I believe, is the generation that will not taste death. And some people may feel some type of way about me saying that, but I truly believe it. I must stand on my convictions, because the vision that Brandon had, or the Lord showed him, whatever you want to call it, whatever it may be, is the same exact thing that I perceived when I was in Pennsylvania last year. There is freedom coming to this generation in the name of Jesus. And many people are going to go out as things get dark with political theater, that Brandon calls it, right? Things are going to get dark with literal shakings, earthquakes.
3 powerful earthquakes have just struck within a half hour of each other in 2 different parts of the world. The first struck in Venezuela about 2 hours ago. 7.1 quake hit in the northwest part of the country near the Caribbean coast. It was quickly followed by a 7.5 quake. Then about a half hour later, another quake hits, this one in Japan. This a 6.9 striking along the country's northern coast. It hit during the morning rush hour there.
Then additionally today, again, we have been so extremely busy on the earthquake front. We had a 5.6 here north of the Bay Area. So as we get you in closer, this is a very well-known fault zone happening on the Mayakama fault zone here, just to the south and also to the east of Willits. Very shallow at 6 miles below the Earth's surface at 8:10 this morning. And you can see multiple aftershocks in this region, ranging anywhere from a 1.0 to a 4.6 magnitude, at least 25 of those. This fault zone is capable of producing a very large earthquake. And of course, we will continue to pay attention to this tonight and of course in the coming days.
A revival is coming, not just for America, but for many nations across the world. And I will stand on this conviction that even as this world gets crazier, as the years go by, There will be an army of young people, like Brandon says, and I am in agreement with this word. It is not my word. I'm not a parrot. I'm in agreement with this word, that the youth in particular will be used to accomplish the Father's plan and to fulfill the Father's will before he comes to call his bride to his side, just like Brandon said. I'm in agreement with this word. I'm not parroting. I'm in agreement with this word.